To start with, let's go to our camera roll and pick an image. And in this case, let's go to SnapSeed. Let's grab the moon, and we will start by swiping to our tune image. And when we load up tune image, we can adjust things like our white balance, our brightness, ambiance, contrast, and saturation. This is where you do your basic adjustments. This is my very first step in my workflow for almost all my images on my iPhone. And I'm just tuning things slightly here to clean things up a little bit, and we'll give the moon a little touch of color. Once we're done and happy with this, we'll hit the little arrow on the lower right hand side, which will process the image and save our adjustments, and we'll move on to straighten the image. And straighten image works just like everything else. You use your finger to swipe and you can move it back and forth. In this case, we're going to make it vertical, and when we're done, we click the little arrow to the right and move on. Now we're going to sharpen. I always sharpen before I do anything like a crop. I want to get as much data as I can sharpened, and then I'll trim it from there. Once we finish processing, we'll move on to our cropping. And this is very straightforward, although in this case I'm going to use a slightly different crop than normal. I'm going to go for a long skinny, and I pick the one I want with my finger, and then I just go ahead and center it up how I want it. And when I'm ready to go, I'll hit the little arrow to the right. If I hit the arrow to the left, that cancels it. To the right will commit. And so now I can go ahead and apply a frame, or I can do a black and white conversion, or anything else I'd like to do. In this case, I'm just going to demo a frame, and then I'm going to go ahead and cancel out the frame. This is how things work in SnapSeed. Your final step will be save or to post to a social media site. I always save to my camera roll first, and then I go ahead and save out to a media site just in case something goes wrong with the application.